we're going to expose multiple lies. I don't mean multiple disagreements. I mean multiple flat out indisputable lies. And we can look at Sheikh Uthman's fans in the chat. Not one, I guarantee you, not one of them will care even slightly that this man is a compulsive liar. And we're going to find that Rebecca was 3. He's going to do the math for us.
Genesis 17:17. Sarah was 90 years old when Abraham was 100.
Everyone, you can be fact checking. I'm jotting this stuff down, but you can fact check. Some of this we don't need to fact check because I've been through it a million times. But go ahead and fact check this, and you can do the math here, because I'm predicting, again, I haven't done his math here. I'm predicting there's going to be a lie. I'm predicting that.
Ibrahim alayhi salam, or Abraham, was 100 when Isaac or Ishaq was born. How old was he? 100 when Isaac was born, in accordance to Genesis 21:5. Sarah died at the age of 127, according to Genesis 23:1 and 2. How old was she? 127 years of age when she died, according to Genesis. Not according to Islam, just talking about the Bible here. Genesis 23 verses 1 and 2. Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebecca, in accordance to Genesis 25:20, giving you evidences for all of these. Sarah was 90 when Ishaq was born. How do we know that? Concluding from 1 and 2. Ishaq or Isaac was 37 when his mother died. Since Isaac was 37 when his mother died, and he was 37 when Rebecca was born.
Aha! There it is. Did you catch a lie? I'm saying this because they do this. They do this for people who are too gullible or actually follow it.
Which one was the last verse that he mentioned?
He didn't. That's the point. That's the point. He just claimed it. What a liar, man. But notice what they'll do, right? I'm saying this because I've seen this over and over and over again. Look, Genesis 17:17. Sarah was 90, Abraham was 100. Genesis 21:5. Abraham was 100. Sarah died. She was 127. This is Genesis 23:1 to 2. Isaac was 40 when he married Rebecca. This is in Genesis 25:20. Sarah was 90 when Isaac was born. That's because if we put these two together and we get this, and Isaac was 37 when Sarah died, because we can do the math. And since Rebecca was born right when Sarah died, that's how we... Wait, what? Say what, Sheikh? Where do you get that one from? Let's go back. Because look, he just says it this time. He just says it. He's given reference. And if you're looking, you're getting references on how old Sarah was. You're getting references on how old Abraham was. You're getting references on how old Isaac was. What's missing is how to tie all of this, any of this, to an age of Rebecca. How are you getting an age for Rebecca? You got Sarah. You got Abraham, you got Isaac. What are you missing if you want to say, here's how old Rebecca was? You need some sort of connector that when so-and-so was this old, that's when Rebecca was born or something like that. And here is where Sheikh Uthman gave zero reference, because there is no reference for it. They just lie. Let's go back, because maybe he's going to give it right after this. But he makes the claim. Guys, those of you who are taking notes, where did he give the reference for his claim, which he's about to make? And this supposedly just ties it all together, that Rebecca is born when Sarah dies. Let's go ahead and check this out.
According to the Bible, was 37 when his mother Sarah died. Since Isaac was 37 when his mother died, and he was 37 when Rebecca was born.
What? Where you get that?
Right?
So he's 37. He's 37 when Rebecca dies. I mean, when Sarah dies, he's 37 when Rebecca is born. Where are you getting the claim that Isaac was 37 when Rebecca was born? Sheikh Uthman fans, chapter and verse. Very simple, chapter and verse. She was born when he was 37. It's very simple. He gave chapter and verses for everything else. He gave chapter and verses for all the other stuff. Where's the chapter and verse? Obviously, maybe he forgot to give it. So I'll give you guys the opportunity. Chapter and verse saying that Rebecca was born when Isaac was 37. And therefore, that since he was married when he was 40, she would have been 3 years old. Go ahead. You're Sheikh Uthman fans. You must have done the math. I mean, he told you to take notes on all this and do the math and figure it out. So obviously you guys did the difficult work of actually looking up these passages and looking up what he said. Where is it?
What's happening here is very simple, actually. And this is he's just repeating what goes around on these on the same like meme that is just written down and distributed on social media. But all that meme often says, by which he goes, is that as soon as Rebecca's birth is mentioned, on the next chapter we read that Sarah dies. But so we have Genesis 22, and at the end of it is just Rebecca. The name Rebecca is mentioned as one of the children. And then on the next page, you have Sarah dying, but there is no connection at all. There is no explanation as to when she was born and how old she was when Sarah died. There is none of that. This is just an inference that these people are making without any basis at all.
Tech guy says, David, it's Matt verse 39. There he's making fun of Sneeko. It's book of the Council of Nicaea, chapter 3, verse 27. Young Christian's thought said, I just realized Uthman is calling a 3-year-old girl stronger than Andrew Tate. So she waters like Rebecca waters like 10 camels, 53 gallons of water in 3 minutes. A typical camel. This is from West Texas A&M University. It's the first thing that pops up when you look. A typical camel can drink 200 liters, 53 gallons of water in 3 minutes. So 53 gallons of water. She watered 10 camels, I think. And so over 500 gallons of water back and forth. And yes, that would be stronger than even top G Andrew Tate. Here you go. So this is at the end of Genesis 22. So you have the passage about Abraham and Isaac here. And then at the end of all this, you get this little comment that Abraham finally gets some news from home. He's been away from his family for a long, long time, and he hears some news. Notice it says, sometime later, Abraham was told, Milcah is also a mother. She has borne sons to your brother Nahor. Uz the firstborn, Buz his brother, Kemuel the father of Aram, Kesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlap, and Bethuel. Bethuel became the father of Rebekah. Milcah bore these 8 sons to Abraham's brother Nahor. His concubine, whose name was Reumah, also had sons, Teba, Gehem, Tehash, and Maacah. So in order to get an age, you have to say, Rebekah and all these other people were born right now, right when Abraham heard about it. This isn't Abraham hearing some news. Hey, here's all your relatives who've been born while you're gone. And they were born over a period of time. It's, nope, Abraham he got the email. He got the email right when it happened. Hey, all these people were born. And that's when they were born. That's how you tie it. That's how you supposedly tie it. Is that a good argument? No, that is one of the dumbest things ever argued by anyone. And keep in mind, Sheikh Uthman isn't the first one. He's the one to come up with it. There have been Jewish rabbis who made that same exact mistake in order to get an age of 3. They were contradicted by others who pointed out how stupid that is. Guys, that's what it's actually drawn from. And you always have to say, guys, you just have to be ready for this. They're going to keep lying as long as they can get away with lying. And their followers are never in 100 million years going to look up anything they say. Therefore, it's up to us to put it back in their faces. And so when Sheikh Uthman says something like this, you just have to sit down with his fans and say, okay, he showed this, he showed this, he showed this. Where did he show that? Where did he show how old Rebecca was? Where? Nowhere. He just said it. He just made the claim. He could have said anything. Wow.
And this is the beauty of Islam.
If you're new to this, now you know why they call him Sheikh Ibn Fibbin. You call him Sheikh Ibn Fibbin because he can't stop lying. And his followers just do not care. This is the story of Isaac and Rebekah. Abraham is now, we'll zoom through this because it's a long passage. Abraham is now very old. The Lord had blessed him in every way. Anyway, Abraham wants a wife for his son Isaac, and he sends his servant. Servant says, what if the woman, notice, he's sending him for a woman. What if the woman is unwilling to come back with me to this land? Shall I then take your son back to the country you came from? And Abraham says, no, don't take my son back there. Then the servant left, taking with him 10 of his master's camels loaded with all kinds of good things from his master. He sent out for Aram. Then he gets to the town. Then he prays. He's going to pray for a sign that he's got the right woman. And go ahead and look, daughters of the townspeople. May it be that when I say to a young woman, so he's looking for a young woman, he's not looking for a toddler. He's looking for a young woman, not a toddler. See it right there in the middle of the page? When I say to the young woman, please let your jar down that I may have a drink. And she says, drink, and I'll water your camels too. Very strange to have a 3-year-old offering to water your 10 camels. But that's Sheikh Uthman's story. Let's see. Before he had finished praying, Rebekah came out with her jar on her shoulder. So Rebekah fetches the water for the family. She was the daughter of Bethuel, son of Milcah, who was the wife of Abraham's brother Nahor. The woman was I thought she was a toddler. The woman was very beautiful. She went down to the spring, filled her jar, and came up again. Pretty strong girl, because, jars weren't light back then. The servant hurried to meet her and said, please give me a little water from your jar. Drink, my lord, she said. She gave him a drink. After she had given him a drink, she said, I'll draw water for your camels too. 10 camels, and they can drink what? 53 gallons in 3 minutes each. until they have had enough to drink. So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough, ran back to the well to draw more water, and drew enough for all his camels. Without saying a word, the man watched, blah, 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 blah. When the camels had finished drinking.
This is so ridiculous. Imagine a 3-year-old.
Yeah, a 3-year-old. It's like hilarious, right? Verse 28, the young woman ran and told her mother's household about all these things.
My son is 3-year-old right now. And
my son's 5. My son's 5. And just the idea of him being out in the field, carrying his water jar. And then some guy shows up and he's like, I'll water all 10 of your camels for you.